Well, President Trump resumed his coronavirus briefings this week after nearly 3-month hiatus. And if you remember, back in April, Trump's allies urged the president to actually cut back on these briefings. Well, he's back at it again, and he's already causing a little bit of a stir. Take a listen.
Even though we're at a level that nobody ever dreamt possible, that they would like to do more, I'm okay with it.
Why are your doctors not with you here today? Where's Dr. Fauci, Dr. Birx?
Well, Dr. Birx is right outside.
Well, she was there, but apparently she was right outside, like you said. And where was Dr. Fauci during all this? Well, let's bring in our company to discuss. With us today is Lauren Claffey, former Deputy Assistant Secretary for Strategic Communications and Public Affairs, and Michael Knowles, the host of The Michael Knowles Show. Welcome back.
Nice to see you.
All right, guys, let me ask you this. I'll give you my take in a second. But I want you to tell me two things. One, was it a good idea to resume the briefings? And B, what grade would you have given yesterday's briefing? A through F. Lauren Claffey, I want to start with you.
All right. So I will say I was kind of skeptical when he said that he was going to start the briefings again, when Kayleigh did, I should say. But he did a really great job. I mean, I think this is kind of what the American people have been missing is factual, sobering information about where we are in this pandemic. And I've even noticed a difference with people that I talk to in Georgia and my friends and family about their attitude towards mask wearing and the pandemic in general. So I'm going to give him a solid B+, and I'm only giving him a B+ because he got some headlines from that Jeffrey Epstein thing at the end where he kind of made a comment and detracted from some of his message.
Okay. Michael Knowles.
I am very pleased that the president brought back the briefings. Right now, with the campaign basically canceled by all these lockdown orders, this is the way to continue to get a message out. I give him an A-. I was very pleased that the president sidelined the exalted Dr. Fauci, who I think we've all seen enough for several lifetimes at this point. I wish he did not give the left so many of its premises on this mask issue. I think it's much more of a political symbol than a medical, practical piece of advice. And so I think he's giving them a little too much there. But all in all, I thought the briefing was very well done.
Sean?
Lindsay, what do you think? Hold on, Lindsay, I'm not letting you off the hook.
I was going to ask you.
I want a yes or a no and a grade.
All right. I think it was good that he brought it back, and I'm going to give him a C because I think he should have brought it back sooner. Yep. And I also think...
because he should have brought... Well, no. Not whether or not the grade is how did he do, not whether he should have brought it back.
Okay, fine. I'm going to give him a B+. I'm going to go with Lauren Claffey on this one.
Okay.
All right, how about you? You're the briefing king. I mean, what do you think?
So I was glad that he brought him back. I'm going to give him an A- just because I have to outdo everybody. But what I think he should have done, and I think I don't want Michael Knowles to jump out of his seat, but I would have said that I think what he should have done, he should have come out, he should have done exactly what he did, except he should have walked off the stage when he was done, should have left it to Vice President Pence and one or two of the medical experts to finish up, take some questions, focused on the thing, but not engage in, in all of the riffraff that the press was trying to bait him with. Come out, give the statement he did, walk off the stage, let the others update on some additional technical details, take their questions, and then move on. But I think it was a great return.
I think you're exactly right there, Sean, with this medical issue. He should have let, the coronavirus task force come back and actually answer the questions. Lauren, we didn't see Dr. Fauci there, and obviously he says Dr. Birx is just outside the door over here if we need her. Do you think that was a mistake? Do you think that was the right move not to have Dr. Fauci there?
I don't think so. I mean, the president really needed to be seen leading on this issue since he hadn't been doing the briefing since April. And since his last briefing was a little chaotic on the advice he was giving. So I think this gave him an opportunity to show that he was in command of the facts and give some of the data that is in, the information of the administration and all the good work they're doing, surging doctors and nurses and sourcing PPE and all of those things and helping the states combat this. So I think it's actually for this first one, I was okay with the doctors not being there because it was obvious that they had briefed the president before and he was sticking to the message. And I agree with Sean. It would have been nice if they had come out at the end to, answer clarifying questions. But I actually think from an image perspective, it was good that the president was there on his own.
Michael, real quick,
hey, Lindsay,
go ahead.
Lindsay, I was going to say, let me jump in on this for a second because if you listen to the Michael Knowles show, I know what he says I know Michael Knowles has had it up to there with Fauci. So Michael Knowles, I want to put it to you. Would Dr. Birx or Admiral Guar or one of those folks been better? Because I know where you stand on Fauci.
You do, and you've got it right. I think that is the key. Fauci has a bit of a credibility problem, particularly because he came out so strongly against masks early on and now seems to have flipped. So I'm not against having a medical advisor up there in general, but I think the key is you'd have to have other advisors as well, an economic advisor, a military advisor. One mistake the president made early on was he basically outsourced all of the political questions to this medical expert community, and I think that was a mistake. It ceded too much political power, and I don't think it served us very well. So if you had a wide-ranging team of experts, that would be fine. And I do agree. I'm glad he cut this briefing a little bit shorter and leave the people wanting more.
Lauren,
Totally
we
agree.
saw the president's favorability ratings go up pretty high when he was doing briefings before. We're almost out of time, but do you think this was a reaction to him wanting to get those back up?
I do, yeah. Oh, pardon. Go ahead.
You think it was? I was about to say, I thought it had more to do with the campaign and where we were with his poll numbers. That's what I thought. It was more of a need that he needed to be out there more and less to do with ratings per se, or if he's not having rallies.
All right. Well, this is just the beginning, so we'll have to have you guys back to see how he continues to do in weeks to come. Thanks, guys.
Good to see you.
Hey.
All right. Well, up next, we have comedian Ryan Long with his new viral video on being woke or racist. You don't want to miss this. Stay with us.